Hello everyone and welcome back to the JakeyJuice YouTube channel. Today I will be making a very special juice out of a cantaloupe melon and a jicama, also known as the Mexican turnip. This special little guy is a root vegetable. And if you remember back, I've made juice out of a few root vegetables before, such as episode 1 and the one where I made it out of a carrot. So now, come with me as we try to redeem root vegetables in the juice creating world. Now then, let us start with the easier one, the cantaloupe. Beautiful. Cantaloupe is also referred to as a rock melon in certain spheres, as its outer shell depicts a weird rock. Now this could be said about a bunch of vegetables, and fruit for that matter, but I just think it's special that they chose cantaloupe. Now, I will be completely honest with you. Cantaloupe is not exactly in season right now, so I worry that this fruit may be it may not be as tasty as it would be if it were in season. But at the same time, juice. Ha! All of my worries have been dissuaded. This tastes amazing. Arguments can be made whether the cantaloupe is part of the gourd family or part of the melon family. Personally, I just think they're neat. Now then, that's all for the cantaloupe. Let's move on to the jicama. Now, the jicama needs to be peeled because the outside the rind, the crust, if you will, it's potential that it can contain hazardous compounds. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna grab a peeler. Huh. Voila. Two perfect halves. Look at how there's no way of me saying this nicely. Look at how juicy the inside of this thing looks. That's crazy. Oh, look at that, it peels. Doing research on this vegetable yielded me one interesting result. It's that this thing has so much fiber that if you eat it too frequently, it is not only possible, it is likely that you will end up with some sort of digestive disorder, which is kind of funny to me, but also very interesting. Because at some point, someone found out these things were edible and then collected just an absolute absurd just a crazy amount of them out of like the wilderness. And then probably just feasted on them for a while. And then probably got just an unbelievably, just ungodly bad digestive problem. That is a lot of fiber. All right, now we just have to cut it up into, I'd say bite-sized pieces, but juicer-sized pieces. Welcome to the final segment of the average JakeyJuice video. The part where I drink the juice. Here we have our juice. You can tell that the cantaloupe juice is floating on top here. Let me give you a closer look. We've got the cantaloupe juice on top here. That's from the entire cantaloupe. And then you have the jicama juice, all this bottom section here. They've mixed together a little bit, but you can tell that the wateriness of the cantaloupe is trapped up here. And there's a good layer of foam on top, which usually happens when you have a pretty fibrous fruit or vegetable that you put through the juicer. So let's pour ourselves a glass, shall we? A lot of the foam stayed in there, which I'm very happy about. This is a quite wonderful, a very wonderful creamsicle color. Don't be tricked. This has no citrus in it. This is just all the powers of the earth within the jicama and all the powers of the moon held within the cantaloupe. So, we're gonna give it the good old smell test and then the good old taste test. It smells vaguely earthy, but it doesn't smell like the jicama, and it doesn't exactly smell like cantaloupe. It doesn't smell like cantaloupe at all. And cantaloupe smells, you got that cantaloupe scent, and it's not here. So let's give her a go. It's got that cantaloupe sweetness, but it's got the back of mouth taste of the jicama, which is interesting. There's a little bit of earthiness in it. And there's a little bit of that, like, I don't want to say root vegetable throat feel, but it's got a little bit of root vegetable throat feel. If you've drank carrot juice, this is pretty close. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't think I would say it's crazy good either. It's got a bit of that something's wrong mouthfeel, you know. You like, you know, when you eat something straight out of the garden and you're like, oh, something's wrong with that. It's got a little bit of that going on. Other than that, it's pretty pleasant. It's light, it's cool. It doesn't, I can tell that I just drank it, but I'm not like, oh God, oh. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, in fact. This is like ideal carrot juice. If you juiced a carrot and this was the color and it tasted like this, I would be tickled pink. Unfortunately, this is not what carrot juice tastes like. Carrot juice tastes like dirt. This doesn't. This tastes like cantaloupe with a little bit of dirt. It's very watery. Very watery. Which makes sense, you know, cantaloupe is a very juicy fruit, and the jicama is crisp. That's its selling point, is that it's very crisp. It has the same texture as a crisp apple. You bite into it, it's like, ooh, this has some crunch to it. The problem is you keep crunching and an apple will break down and become like a mush. You kept crunching that and it just got smaller and smaller, but it stayed crisp. That's why I was chewing it for so long, because I'm a big don't swallow solids kind of guy, where I'll just keep chewing until something is a paste or juice. And I didn't quite care for the hassle of chewing it. But drinking it is better. It's not great, it's better. Yeah. You know when you keep cantaloupe in a Tupperware and then you eat all the cantaloupe and there's that cantaloupe juice at the bottom and you drink it and you're like, this doesn't taste quite like the cantaloupe did. That is how I can describe this. With a very, very small earthiness as an aftertaste. It's good, it's sweet. This is mostly the jicama. Like you saw the juice that was in there. It's mostly jicama, but you can't taste that hardly at all. You can feel it, but you can't taste it. Which I think is a perfect trade-off for a vegetable such as that. It's going on my, that's pretty neat list, along with like tomatillas and the cantaloupe is definitely on the, yeah, that'll kill a drink list, because you put cantaloupe in it and it's just cantaloupe. Kind of like, lemon? Tomato? Yeah. Some, definitely an interesting drink. I'm not crazy about it. Like, as you can tell, because it's taken me like 6.5 minutes just to drink it. I'm not in love with it. It's not bad, but I'm not in love with it. The more I drink it, the less bad it's becoming. Like, I'm not getting that root vegetable mouthfeel, as I say, but it's not getting better. It's not tasting better. The experience isn't elevating. I'm thinking I'm probably leaning towards like a 4 out of 10, but I'll save my final judgment for when I'm finished. That's disconcerting. There is just white staining the bottom of this glass. When I bought that Jacama, it was absolutely coated in wax, which is to preserve the fruit, and I understand. I washed it very well when I got it home, and you watched me peel it, so no wax should have made it through the juicer, which makes me think that it's just a waxy fruit, or vegetable rather. And now I am concerned that I have ingested wax, so lucky me. I believe I'm going to stick with my rating of 4 out of 10. It's not bad, but I won't be making it again. So slap her up there. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay juicy. How about that? There's my new iconic outro. Stay juicy.